So we can thank Clayton Christensen for giving us disruption. He first brought the term into our business imagination with the innovator's dilemma. And he comes up with 2 ways that markets can be disrupted. So his first one is new market disruption. The second one is low-end market disruption. And we're going to talk about both with examples. New market disruption is where you take non-consumers and you turn them into consumers. So think of the car. When it first was introduced to market, most consumers were using a horse and carriage. They were not able to purchase their car for lack of resources. They just couldn't afford one. But what we had was Ford. He came along with a factory process, with automation, and he was able to mass produce cars. So the price dropped dramatically. And what we had at this point was access. All of those non-consumers who before had been barred from the market for lack of resources, all of a sudden could purchase their very own Model T. And what that meant was there was a whole new market. So Henry Ford bringing in the factory production process, that innovation changed the face of the market forever. That was disruption of a new market. So if we think about how this looks on a graph, new market disruption creates a whole new graph. It creates whole new products at whole new prices and whole new consumers. But the next one we look at, low-end market disruption, that's where this graph already exists. So on one side, we've got that price of the product. At the other side, we've got time. And what we've got here is sometimes there are markets with incumbents, and they have products and services that look something like this. So they have products and services where the price is going up over time because they're adding features. They're adding ever more bells and whistles. And people pay more for each bell and each whistle. We're going to look at Gillette and their evolution. We're going to look at hotels and Airbnb. But think about it. With Gillette, each time they added a razor, they got to charge a little more. Each time the hotel gave you free Wi-Fi, gave you free gym access, they got to charge a little more. Who did they ignore? They ignored everyone here. Everyone who would be okay with a slightly lower price, slightly fewer features, but they would be able to access the market here. So they don't need what Christensen would call sustaining or incremental innovation. What they need is a good enough product. And for those new entrants, the Dollar Shave Clubs, the Airbnbs, that's where we get low-end market disruption. So next we're going to look at an example of that. Gillette and the razor industry.